In Botswana's classrooms, lessons on health, values, and relationships are part of the national curriculum, but for many LGBTIQ learners, their relatives remain absent from the lesson plan. As schools grapple with bullying, mental health challenges, and learner safety, the lack of clear, inclusive guidance on sexual orientation and gender identity leaves LGBTIQ learners navigating confusion, stigma, and silence. With no explicit recognition in the curriculum, these learners often left unprotected, unseen, and unsure of where they truly belong within the education system.
𝐂𝐚𝐥𝐿, who identifies as an intersex person, said his school experience was marked by embarrassment and shame due to his identity. He explained that many LGBTIQ learners choose not to express themselves in school environments because of fear of discrimination, ridicule, and exclusion linked to their sexual orientation or gender identity.
Ngwana teng wa utlhela le gore ko sekoleng ba tshabelwa ke go nna ko morago ke sa re gore rothe ba ha re ke ra tsena sekolo ra nna ko morago gongwe ne re ntse yalo nya kore e be le kgang ya poifo motho wa teng wa itema gore ga a tshwane le ba bangwe ga a kgone go dira sente ko sekoleng ha e le gore ke go boarding school ha e le gore go tsoga ka 5 ene wa no a go tsule ka bo 3 ga e le gore go ka selwa ha ka ke a go tlhapa gore a re ha e le gore ka selwa be ke tsepedi ha ka ba a hella ile go tlhapa jaanong ke dingwe tsa dikgwetlho tse leng gore re di itemogetse.
A 19-year-old 𝐁𝐨𝐭𝐬𝐬, who identifies as a gay man, says the education system is lacking in addressing the needs of LGBTIQ learners, noting that many students do not fully understand what they are experiencing due to lack of information. 𝐁𝐨𝐭 said the inclusion of LGBTIQ-related topics in schools could help educate learners, promote understanding, and create a more inclusive learning environment. He shared that during his time at school, he had to learn how to navigate his identity on his own without guidance or support from the education system. 𝐁𝐨𝐭 noted that this experience was challenging and left many LGBTIQ learners feeling confused, isolated, and unsupported.
I personally feel like the education system is actually quite lacking in terms of inclusivity of the LGBTQIA+ people, because some of us didn't really understand what was actually happening. So maybe like an inclusion, maybe like a semi-topic to actually understand what's actually happening. That people, we have different types of people in the community, people like intersex people. Those people don't actually understand what's really happening. So maybe like a little bit of information for them to actually understand what's going on would be better. And as for my experiences, I guess I had to navigate my own path alone. I didn't have anyone to actually help me navigate. But with schools, the same way they're helping other people to actually navigate their paths, I think it would be better for me to actually be helped to navigate my path. I'm not saying I should get special treatment just because I am part of the LGBTQIA+ community. I'm just saying maybe just a little bit, just so I can actually become more open-minded and actually understand what's really happening to me.
Botswana Sector of Educators Trade Union, Bosetu Secretary General Tobokani Rari, said the union has also called for improved counseling and social support services in schools, noting that some LGBTIQ learners often feel misplaced and disconnected from their day-to-day education. Rari said strengthening counseling departments will help LGBTQI learners feel supported and enable them to thrive within the school environment. Rari further cited a case heard at the 𝐒𝐵𝐾𝐻 High Court where an LGBTQI learner challenged a school administration over issues relating to dress code. The court ruled in favor of the learner, affirming that the learner should not be discriminated against or restricted based on how they dress.
It's not only a school problem, a school challenge. I think it's a society issue. I think, generally speaking, these people who are affected that way, they are not generally acceptable in society. I think there's still some discrimination. there are some bit of culture shock every time you see these people. We at Bosethu, we would like these people to be included in the mainstream and accepted. The school system, Leone, still just like the society, it still not accept these people. So our view is that what can be done is that, beside that, you know, counseling, our psychosocial support systems need to be improved such that these kids, when they are in school, they are always feel that they are misfits, they are misplaced. It affects their day-to-day education, and therefore they need to be supported. And we feel that the support that they can get is for the psychosocial systems to be improved, like the counseling departments, so that they can be supported to thrive in the environment of the school. I also know that at one point the schools were still in a position that they should be forced to dress in a certain traditional way that is known. For example, they will be forced to dress on school dresses and school skirts, and they would not be allowed in the examinations to sit. So up until at some point when one of the children, I still remember, 𝐂𝐿𝐿 Senior Secondary School, took that school administration to court, and I know that case was in 𝐒𝐝𝐵𝐾, and a judgment was given to the favor of that particular student that they should not be forced to dress in a particular way. So I think our policies in schools need to change to accommodate them.
Meanwhile, Botswana Trans Initiative founder Siputla Mokgorosi said the organization, which works closely with the transgender community, is collaborating with various schools to educate teachers on issues of gender diversity. Mokgorosi explained that the initiative aims to help educators better understand the diverse identities of children within their schools, enabling them to create safer, more inclusive learning environments for all learners.
Botswana Trans Initiative does not work with kids younger than the age of 18. And what we try to do, because we also understand that diversity is everywhere, what we try to do as an organization is maybe collaborate with teachers and counseling teachers as well, to kind of help them understand the diversity of children that they may have within the school proximity. So we try and always continue the education, the awareness in terms of the diversity of children that the school may be able to see within those spaces.
Botswana Network on Ethics, Law and HIV/AIDS Bonel Programs Officer Sarafina Molapisi said the organization has observed that guidance and counseling teachers currently offer comprehensive sexuality education in a limited form, mainly as part of the life skills education within the school curriculum. Molapisi acknowledged that government has made serious efforts to ensure the inclusion of comprehensive sexuality education in the education system. However, she noted that there is still need for further review, stakeholder engagement, and strengthening of curriculum to ensure that adequately addresses the diverse needs of learners.
I think we've noted serious efforts in terms of ensuring comprehensive sexuality education within our education curriculum, but there's still considerations for further review and engagement. We've noted that guidance and counselors, the teachers there, are the ones that provide comprehensive sexuality education, and it tends to be limited as a life skills education within their curriculum subset. It still requires comprehensive engagement. We find that the respective teachers that are providing this education still require a bit more further sensitization and capacity building to ensure that they're well capable to understand and relay the intricacies of being part of the LGBTI community, and are well capable of responding to the issues and the sensitivities that the student body does face. So I think it will be imperative for us to have a multi-sectoral approach that brings together these ministries, especially the Ministry of Education, to ensure that the voice, the educational dialogue that is being conducted for LGBTI communities within the educational sector is also assuredly as comprehensive as the title says.
Story compiled by Hilami Lucas.